Hi, everyone. My name is Terry Arvisu Gonzalez, and you are listening to the Tag Collab. This week, I was giving a course on social media influencing, and we were talking about sustainable marketing. And I realized how we've gone in the last couple of years from one side of the spectrum, really, the pendulum has swung to the other side. And so it's worth unpacking. So I wrote this article. It's called Survival of the Integrated. And I will walk you through some of where I think we are today in 2026 in regards to sustainable marketing. So sustainable marketing didn't just die. I mean, it didn't die. It just stopped being a marketing department problem and became a business operating system. The adjective era died because adjectives are easy to hijack. And nowadays, everything is hijacked or politicized. An adjective like sustainable is a target for political backlash. A fact like 90% recyclable aluminum is just a spec sheet. By stripping the adjectives, you move the conversation from ideology, which people argue about, to utility. And that's where we are when we talk about our businesses and we market our resilience or our longevity and sustainability. There's only, right now, where people don't want to hear the adjectives. Instead, what they want is just to hear, is this good business or bad business? And like a mentor of mine always said to me about this topic, about sustainability and about marketing is just make it about the business. And that's where we are today. The brands that currently are being canceled are facing backlash, are being targeted not because of their values, but because because the messages they were sending were unsupported by their operations, which is why, as you've heard me write before and talk about this before, it's about congruency. The inside needs to match the outside if you're going to talk about it. If not, you're going to be quickly discovered, and it can become a material issue. Those companies that were talking about marketing but were not reflecting and supported by their operations were sloppy, defensive, and performative. While the loud voices argue over woke versus anti-woke, the winners are quietly building what we call resilience. That word resilience has now sort of replaced what we called sustainability, along with other adjectives. For those of us practicing and marketing sustainability, resilience and longevity is honestly what we were talking about in the first place, before terms and symbols got hijacked. The 2026 reality check is, look, it's a lazy narrative to say that Gen Z and Gen Alpha stopped caring because inflation made things expensive. 9.7 PwC confirms that consumers will pay 9.7% more for sustainable source goods. The trust gap, 78% of consumers value sustainability, but yes, skepticism is high and discoverability is also high. Today, everybody has a phone. Your employees are more activist and not willing to be a part of the problem in society. They want to be a part of the solution. The talent war, yes, climate anxiety is still a top concern for Gen Z. If you don't stand for something, you won't just lose customers, you're going to lose the best talent. The new flex isn't a viral social campaign, it's also about traceability. What to do Monday morning? Here's the framework, okay? If you want to communicate your values without triggering the cultural war alarm, stop using virtual signaling language and start using value signaling language. So this is the language stop. Let's stop saying our commitment to DEI and start saying our strategy for talent retention and cognitive diversity. Why? Because it focuses on the business outcomes, the innovation, and it leads to innovation and lower turnover. Stop saying eco-friendly packaging, circular efficiency, and waste reduction. Why? Because it signals cost savings and operational discipline. 2, think about the receipts method. Move your sustainability claims from the headline to the footer, right? In marketing, the product is better for the world. It's very vague, it's risky, whereas the 2026 strategy, this product has a 20% lower carbon footprint than our 2024 model. And then you can put tap here and be transparent, specific, and being specific matters. Number 3, look, communicating the messy middle. Radical transparency and authenticity, I've talked about the value that it has before. This is so important, especially as you're talking about marketing, and if you are using some of your resilience or sustainability efforts, your operation efforts, which in plain language means, are you part of the solution or are you part of the problem, right? Those of us who want to be part of the solution in society know that that can add value. But being radically transparent is really the ultimate shield against backlash. So, we've reduced our plastic use by 40% this year. We're still working on the remaining 60%. And here's why it's taking longer than we hoped. The result is you cannot expose a brand that's already being honest about its flaws. So the bottom line, silence is not a strategy, it's a vacuum. And in 2026, vacuums get filled by other people's narratives. Don't go louder, go truer. Build a brand that is so integrated, so resilient, and so transparent that sustainability isn't what you say, it's just how you work. So if you liked this article, video, press like, share it. You can also, I invite you to my podcast that you can find on Spotify as well as Apple Podcasts and on Substack. Till next time.